Alright, so today we are looking at balancing redox reaction in acidic and alkaline medium. Now, let's look at this example. Cr2O7 2 minus plus SO2 gives us Cr3 plus aqueous plus SO4 2 minus aqueous. Now, we are going to balance it in acidic. We are also going to balance it in alkaline medium. Step 1. Identify the oxidation and reduction half reaction. How can we do this? By calculating the oxidation number of each species apart from oxygen. So, we look at it. In this case, we look at it. Chromium, that's the other species apart from oxygen. The oxidation number of chromium, let it be X. So 2X plus 7. Oxidation of oxygen is always minus 2. Is equal to minus 2, which is the charge here, which is 2 minus. Now 2x plus 7 times minus 2 will give you minus 14 equals minus 2. Now 2x, take the minus 14 to the other side, it gives you plus 14 minus 2. So 2x equals plus 12, divide both sides by 2 equals plus 6. In redox reaction, oxidation number, it is important to put the charges, whether positive or negative, in front of the number. Now for the other side, chromium is plus 3. That one is so direct. Now for the SO2, let's look at the oxidation number of sulfur. Let it be X. So X equals to 2. The oxidation number of minus 2 of oxygen is minus 2. Don't forget, this is the 2 here, equals 0. So 2 times minus 2 will give you minus 4. So X, take it to that side, that's plus 4. Now for sulfur here, let the oxidation number of sulfur be X. So X equals to plus 4, this 4 here, open bracket, oxygen is what? Minus 2. The charge here is minus 2. So X plus minus 8 equals minus 2. Now X, take the minus 8 to the other side, becomes plus 8 minus 2, X equals plus 6. Now, in summary, what we have just noticed is that Cr2O7, the oxidation of chromium there, we got what? Plus 6, and then here is plus 3. Now, when plus 6 is going down to plus 3, that is reduction half reaction. And then when plus 4 is going up to plus 6, that is what? Oxidation half reaction. Now, let's go to step 2. So that's how you break it down into half reaction. I'm talking about step 1. Now, let's go to step 2. For step 2, we look at balance the atoms apart from oxygen and hydrogen. Balance the atom apart from oxygen and hydrogen. So what we are looking at there is that we are going to balance the atom apart from oxygen and hydrogen. How do we do this? Now, how do we do this? We take a look at this. How many chromium do we have here? We have 2 chromium. Now, because of these 2 chromium, we'll add 2 chromium to the other side. How many sulfur do we have here? We have 1. How many sulfur we have here? We have 1. So we don't tamper with that. So balance the atoms apart from oxygen and hydrogen. Don't touch the oxygen, don't touch the hydrogen. Step 3. Balance the oxygen now with water on the other side, and the water with hydrogen ion on the other side. So here, don't forget, we are doing the 2 half reaction simultaneously. Now, here we have 7 oxygen. So we had 7 water to the other side. Now, because we have added 7 water to this side, we have automatically have what? We now have 14, 7 times 2, 14 hydrogen ion. That's what we are saying here. Here, balance the oxygen with water and water with hydrogen ion on the other side, which is also called proton. Now, for the other one, don't forget, we are doing this simultaneously. We have 2 oxygen here, we have 4 oxygen here. So if we have 4 and we have 2, we have to balance the one that has 2 with 2 water. And because we have added 2 water, we now have 4 hydrogen. So we balance the other one with 4 hydrogen ion. 2 times 2, 4. Balance the charges on both sides with equivalent number of electrons. Now, we look at the charge. Minus 2 is on this place. We look at the coefficient. It's 1. 1 times minus 2, that's how I got the minus 2. Plus means plus 1. Plus times 14, that's how we got the plus 14. Minus means minus 6. Minus means minus 1 times 6. That's how we got the minus 6. Now, come to the other side. Plus 3 times 2 plus 6. So, minus 2 plus 14, that's plus 12. Plus 12 plus minus 6, that's plus and minus minus. Plus 12 minus 6 is plus 6. So, plus 6 is now equal to plus 6. Now, the reason why we added 6 electrons is because we notice here we have plus 12 and here we have plus 6. So in order to make plus 12 to be equal to plus 6, we add 6 electrons. Don't forget, electrons, they are negatively charged. So if you add 6 electrons, that's meaning you are subtracting 6 from plus 12. So the trick is this: add the electron to the side with the bigger charge. Because here we have plus 12, here we have plus 6. So we add it to the side with the bigger charge, which is plus 12, and that will give us plus 6 plus 6. So we have added 6 electrons to make sure that plus 12 is now plus 6, and then plus 6 on the other side. Now to the second one, we do the same. Here we have SO2, no charge, water, no charge. Here SO4, there's minus 2, which is same as 2 minus. 2 minus same as minus 2. Here we have plus 1. Plus 1 times 4, that's plus 4. Minus 2 electrons. Why are we adding these 2 electrons? Look at it. Minus 2 plus 4 is plus 2. So plus 2 is bigger than it's bigger than 0. So plus 2, how can I make it 0? Don't forget I said you add the electron to the bigger side. So plus 2, you have to add 2 electrons to plus 2 so that it will now become minus 2, and that will now be equal to 0. Step 5. Balance the number of electrons in both equations. How can we do that? By multiplying the factors. By multiplying by the factors. Now, if you observe, this is having 6 electrons. The other one is having 2 electrons. And the trick is this: if the 6 electron is on the left-hand side for the first half reaction, it must be on the right-hand side for the second half reaction. So that's why we're having 6 electrons for the first reaction, which is the first half reaction. We are having 6 electrons on this side. Then for the other half reaction, we are having 2 electrons on this side. Now, how can I make 6 and 2 to be equal? I multiply 6 by 1, then I also multiply 2 by 3. But don't forget, whatever you are doing to the electron, you must do to everybody. Every atom here, every species here, you must do the same. So that's why we are saying 1 times this, you get this. 1 times anything, you get back that same thing. So we are writing this because we are multiplying by 1. Now, this is where it will change because we are multiplying by 3 so that these 2 electrons can change to 6 electrons. And then we are having 3 SO2, 2 times 3, 6, then 3 here, 3 times 4, 12, then 2 times 3, 6. So it's now 6 electrons. Now step 6, add both half equations. That's step 6. Add both half equations together and cut any common species on both sides. What do I mean by that? Everything on the right hand side here, everything on the right hand side here, add it to everything on the right hand side here. Everything on the left hand side here, everything on the left hand side here, add it to the anything on the left hand side here. Anything on the right hand side here, add it to anything on the right hand side here. So that's exactly what we do here. We added what is on the right hand side for both together, and one is on the left hand side of both together. And after adding, you observe, this had 14 hydrogen ions. This one had 12 hydrogen ions. So take out 12 from 14, you are left with 2. Electrons will automatically cancel. That was why we multiplied by the factors or the coefficients of electrons the other time. So the water, we have 6 water here, we have 7 water. Take out 6 water from 7 water, you are left with 1 water molecule. So the final answer for balancing an acidic medium will be Cr2O72- plus 2H plus 3SO2 gives us 2Cr3 plus H2O plus 3SO4 2-. So if you want to check whether your answer is correct, there's a way you can check in the exam hall. You can always check by checking the stoichiometrically and checking ionically. If you check stoichiometrically, meaning you are just checking the coefficient. How many chromium do we have on this left hand side? We have 2. How many chromium we have here? We have 2. How many oxygen do we have here? We have 7. When you are checking stoichiometrically, ignore the charges. Ignore the charges. 7 oxygen here. How many oxygen do we have? Okay, sorry, 7 oxygen plus 6 oxygen. 3 times 2 6. 6 plus 7, that's 13. That's actually 13 oxygen. So 3 times 4, 12. 12 plus 1, that's also 13 oxygen. So oxygen is balanced. Hydrogen 2 is also balanced. Sulfur 3 is also balanced. So stoichiometrically it is balanced. Now the next one we are checking is ionically. Let's check whether the ions are balanced. Minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. So minus 2 plus 2, that's 0. The other side, let's look at it. Plus 3 times 2, that's plus 6. Minus 2 times 3, that's minus 6. So plus 6 minus 6 is also 0. So you can see it's balanced stoichiometrically and it's also balanced ionically. So that's for balancing in acidic medium. Once you get to this step, you are done with acidic medium. But if the question actually say you should balance it in alkaline medium, you will not stop there. You go further. Now, step 7 comes in. Balance the hydrogen ion with an equal number of hydroxide on both sides. What do I mean by that? Now, if you look at this, we have 2 hydrogen ion on this side. Now, that 2 hydrogen ion is what will determine the amount of hydroxide ion that we are going to add. So, if we have 2 hydrogen ion on this side, so that means we are going to have 2 hydroxide ion being added, but not just to that side, but to the both sides. You have to add whatever you are adding to the left hand side, you must also add to the left hand side, to the right hand side. So that's why we are adding 2 hydroxide ion to that side. Now, because we have added the 2 hydroxide ion, that takes us to step 8. Add hydroxide ion and H ion, hydrogen ion together to form water. Now, you observe this 2H plus and 2OH minus, we have merged it together to form 2 water. So that's just what happened in step 8. Step 9, what's the equal number of water on both sides? So if you observe, we have 2 water here, then on the other side, which is the right hand side, we have 1 water. So take out 1 from the other side, so we are left with just 1 water. That one I've cut off like that. And if whatever you write after, you have balanced it in alkaline medium. If you check, just like we check in acidic medium, you can always check to know whether you have made a mistake or not, to know whether your answer is correct. Check stoichiometrically, it is correct. Check ionically, is correct. Let's check. Chromium 2, chromium 2. Oxygen 7 plus 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 6, that is 8 plus 6, that's 14. Then let's look at it. 3 times 4, 12 for oxygen on the right hand side, plus 2, that's also 14. So oxygen is balanced. Now look at the hydrogen, we have 2, we have 2. Sulfur, we have 3, we have 3. So it's balanced stoichiometrically. Let's check the charges. Minus 2 times 1, minus 2. Let's check the other one. Plus 3 times 2, plus 6, minus 2 times 3, minus 6, plus 6 minus 6, 0. Then minus 2. So 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So the charge on this side is minus 2. The charge on the other side is also minus 2. So with that, you are balanced in alkaline medium. Thank you very much.